Welcome back to the channel, guys. We are parked up in a car park and doing some DIY today. We're trying to get Romany ready. As you know, we're planning on putting her on the market, so we're trying to get some stuff done. We've got to stay local at the minute because we've got the service due, which we mentioned last week. That's due this week, so we're trying to sort of stay around the local area, not travel too far, so that we're on to get that done. But today we've got a number of different jobs to do, which I thought would be worth actually filming for you, because it's stuff that you'd be doing if you're setting up a new van for the first time. It's just stuff that we've lived without and not really been bothered about. So the first job of the day is going to be to get the tap fitted. Got a tap from an amazing guy, absolutely brilliant, designs them specifically for camper vans, but they're like really unique, really different. They're not like your typical sort of plasticky things that you get in camper vans, so we'll show you that in a minute. For now, there's going to be a load of drilling, so we'll try and turn the volume down a bit when you're watching it. So first thing I've got to do is to drill a pilot hole. So we've got a backboard on here just behind the sink. So I've drilled a pilot hole first of all, and then put this little baby in to make a big hole, so that then I can fit through the tap and fasten it to the board. And then that will go into, the pipe will go into the water tanks that we've got. Just bought some new water tanks, and then we'll have running water going. So first things first, let's get this hole drilled. As I'm pushing on that, the carpet's sliding backwards and I'm literally skating across the van floor. That thing has to come all the way through, don't it? And it's not that pump's not going to fit through that because the guys wired it up together first. Let's have a look at it and see if we can. So this is the tap. It's absolutely brilliant. I just love it. So the guys designed it as I've drawn it out. So, you know, normally you kind of get them taps, as you lift it up the top of it, your standard camper van tap, it automatically turns the pump on. We did originally fit like a proper water pump on the back, but they're just too loud. They're really annoying. So we've got rid of that, and we're basically just fitting this on, which is one of those where you put it into the water and this thing just sucks up the water. It's really simple. But I didn't want to have a switch. I wanted to be able to just basically turn the tap on. So there's just a little button on the side of it. Press it once, it'll turn the water on. Press it again, it'll turn the water off. So simple. But the problem I've had, which I didn't realise when it's come, is that it's all connected. So now I've got to have a hole big enough to get this pump through into the back, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to have I don't want it to be that big. So I'm not really sure now kind of what I do to, yeah, because I don't want to do that. And it's all connected up, and I dare undo it, because what if I can't do it again? I'm gonna open this plastic and see if I could connect it back up myself. But I don't think I'll be able to, because I've got a feeling it's going to be like wired inside or something, because it's going to have to be into that. Anyway, we'll see what we can do. Otherwise, I'll have to drill a hole big enough to get that through, unfortunately. So this is Reese. Reese is also a part of Romany Pirates.
Hello.
He's like an observer when it comes to DIY.
What am I going to do today? I'm usually a passer in these situations, but I'm going to try and learn a little bit about this DIY stuff.
It
stands for do it yourself, that, you know.
Yeah.
Do it yourself. Daisy's next to useless. Hey, Daisy, she's just looking outside. It's like, don't mind me, Dad. I'm just looking, make sure there's no pigeons or squirrels or anything that are going to bother us.
Oh, my life. Try to do work in a van. Oh, now it's problem 2. Back of this won't fit behind there. Why does everything have to be so complicated when you're in a van? Oh, that quote. No, it's got to go through this way. It's the only way. Right. Get that in there. Let's get that screwed in place. That's going to look brilliant, isn't it? Look how cute that is. It's really cute. Finally going to have a tap. All this time without having a tap. Just when you're selling it. Right, let's try and find a screwdriver. It's really annoying because we've taken everything out that we need. Why did we unpack the van so early? We haven't even sold it yet, and we've unpacked everything. Let's have a look in the back. Oh, there it is. Haha. 2 screws in, I think, because it don't really need 3. It's a bit overkill. because I'm not happy that they're going to be silver on that tap. Managed to get all 3 screws in now. That's all right, that. Just needs a bit of filler. And needs a bit of, probably put some of those pebbles back round again. I've had to take some of the pebbles off, although it didn't look that bad. Put a couple of pebbles back on it, fill it in round edges, it's all right. Because I was like, what if it's not straight? It'll drive me crazy, and it actually twists. Ah, that'd have made it so much easier. I could have done it slightly. Anyway, it's in now, don't matter.
Right, I'm going to have a go at the next bit of DIY, so if this goes terribly wrong, no laughing. You what?
It's quite a simple task. All you have to do is put that screw back in the hole, because I had to nick one of the ones out of the bed hinges, because those are on, like, those are brass, and I wanted to use the brass one on the tap. So you can put the silver one back in to where the other one was. So yeah, not complicated. Go for it.
Right, here we go, team. I've got my screw and my screwdriver. Here we go. Just in here.
Yeah, where there's a hole. It's not complicated.
Oh no, I nearly dropped it.
The one where there's a hole, put the screw in the hole. You've got this, Reese, you can do it. I've got faith in you.
Right, here we go, guys.
Go on, go on.
Everyone's at home cheering me, dropping the custard creams
Go
all
on.
over the floor.
Go on, you've got it, go on.
As
go
if it's
on.
not screwing in.
Go on.
This is a setup, this. It's an absolute setup. It's going lopsided.
It doesn't matter, it's
Oh,
going
blokes
into
are
an
at
hole that's
home
already
going,
there.
what is he doing? The result, look at that.
That's the best screw in the whole van.
It is, look at that, look how neat that is now. The sun's coming out as well now, it was raining a second ago. Look at this, we've got blue skies now. What are you doing with them?
Next job.
Right, come on then.
You have to have water to, a tank to put your water in, otherwise the tap's not going to be much use, is it? I've actually managed to get as well, unfortunately it's still got a side thing on it. Why can't you get, if anybody knows, these tanks that don't have a side thing on them? Because that's really annoying, that side bit. It's really, really irritating because they always leak, don't they? Anyway, let's get these in back. Do not pay attention to the state of our boat. We need to vac it out.
Right, what we're doing then?
So,
Oops, you're wrecking the place, look. Come to get that.
right, and that, I don't want to put it in the mud though, it's going to get muddy.
Put it on grass over there, it won't get muddy.
Yeah, put it on grass then. Yeah, I don't want it going in mud, otherwise it's going to make a right mess. Right, you're going to have to lift, I can't lift.
Right, what
That
am I
pram
lifting?
needs to come out. We'll put it back in a minute once we've got these in.
It's
Again,
muddy
we're
everywhere.
back to mud, aren't we, again?
I'll have to put this on grass and all.
I'll see if I can create a bit of a better space. Do you want to go get the dustpan and brush and we'll brush this out a bit as well? We'll have to. Well, so that I can get in, I'll have to sweep that back bit.
What are you doing?
Well, because
She's just taken dustpan and brush off me, claimed to be small and got him back at boot.
claim to be small.
You're 7 foot, Emma. I could have reached that bit. Needs a hoover, really.
It does need.
Can't
a hoover.
believe just that little bit of drilling's caused all this mess and catastrophe.
Well, if we'd have had any sense, we'd have put something to catch all mess at the other side, wouldn't we?
Like a bucket.
But we're never any good with planning.
Not really thought out, is it, this?
I'm gonna vac it out, but I just don't want to be. Right, that's a bit better. At least I don't feel like I'm working in a scruffy environment. Right, now I need to unwire that wiring and rewire it in. So I think the next step is going to be to disconnect this wire from the fuse box, because otherwise I might electrocute myself. And then I can wire it into this, and then we shouldn't have any problems. I think I'm just connecting them to, yeah, positive, negative. So we need to disconnect them from that pump because we don't need that anymore. And then just connect them to that, and then that's job done.
We'll have to take the fuse out so we don't electrocute ourselves, apparently. Oh no, there's boxes everywhere. Tools and stuff everywhere. And this is out of the goodness of our art, so that when the next owners get Romany, everything will be finished. We just didn't bother finishing it, did we? We're just kind of like...
Well, because we travel abroad, we buy water, don't we?
But most people prefer a tap, don't they? Which is why we're fitting a tap in. Which is why Emma's fitting a tap in and I'm passing her stuff.
So with that wired into a switch, did I do a switch on board inside for this as well? Oh, I can't even remember what I did, it's that long ago. So which one's coming from pump? That's not right. So I need a screwdriver, Reese, to disconnect this so I ain't got any power to it. Can you get me a crosshead screwdriver out at back?
Yep.
Come on, pass her.
Where is it? In
In
boot?
back somewhere. That one you've just used, wherever you put it
Where
down.
did I put it? I bet I've lost it. That's a flathead, I know that much. Right, crosshead screwdriver. There we go. That's it, innit? Look at the state of it, Van. Every time we wash her, she gets muddy again.
Oh, why? Why don't they make the screws magnetic?
Right, what's happened now?
Because I've dropped a screw now and I've got no idea where it's gone. Because my dexterity ain't great and I've dropped, I don't know where it's gone now. I literally have no idea where that's just gone. And I'm going to need it. Why can't they make them magnetic? I found that pin I was looking for, but...
I'm going to check on Daisy for a second. Yep, we're still good. Say hello, Daisy. Say hello to YouTube. Here comes the rain again. Look at that cloud. Ah, Daisy, we're going to get wet again. We're going to get wet. I think it's time for a brew, love. It's about to bounce. Don't say I didn't warn you. I'd come and have a brew if I were you. I'm going to get Gretel the kettle on. This weather's mad. It's just like raining, sunny, raining, sunny, raining, sunny. You don't know whether to wear your shorts or a raincoat when it's meant to be summer now, isn't it? We still haven't made Bob a coat. He's going to get freezing, his Bob, look.
You are?
We still haven't made Bob a coat. Bob's freezing.
I'll stick a brush somewhere while I'm at it, shall I?
You on about? I'm talking about Bob and his coat.
Yeah, I still haven't made him one. I'm not busy at all, me.
I can't be trusted with any of the electrical stuff that's going on now, so I'm going to get ET out, show you the surrounding area, put Gretel the kettle on, make Emma a nice brew, and then I think we're going to go take Daisy for a walk through this lovely wooded area. Where's ET? You what, love?
I just heard you mention a brew. I heard the magic word.
Yeah, I said I'll put Gretel the kettle on.
Oh, I love you.
I'm going to get ET out now and show him the surrounding area, and then I'll make you a brew.
Love you.
Right, where's ET? ET phone, oh, there's just tools and stuff everywhere. Well, that were an unsuccessful attempt at flying ET. It's too windy today. It's obviously raining, sunny, but the wind's it's too windy to get him up. I'm still practicing with him, it's still difficult for me. I'm getting there though. One day you'll turn Romany Pirates on with like these epic drone shots everywhere. But for now I'm still learning, but far too windy today. It's upset me. Never mind, we tried, didn't we? Right, we're gonna get Gretel the kettle on, make Emma a nice brew.
Oh, thank you.
And your black tape you asked for.
I've cut the pipe a bit shorter. It was really long. We didn't need that.
Is it done now?
Yeah, done. So I've basically taken the wire that we had for the old pump, brought that round, wired it into these connectors. They have these funny little connectors on. I've never seen them before. They're really easy to use, but they're really bulky to trying to get inside of any of this trunking stuff. Really bulky, like plastic connectors. Anyway, I've fastened it all together. They're simple to use. Put it back inside the trunk in there, so it just keeps it out of way. It just means that we're not going to sort of catch it with pram or anything else when we're putting stuff in and out of the boot. And we're just trying to decide whether to have the tank on this side or that side, because it'll fit both sides. But I'm thinking because we put the pram in and out on this side, might be better to have it on that side. But then if we have to move all those toolboxes out every time we need to fill the water up. So I'm not really sure what the best place for the tanks to be. On that side, they're out of the way, aren't they? And we might just have to pull a couple of the plastic boxes out when we need to refill up the water. I haven't decided on that one. This thing that I've ordered from Timu is broken. So this plastic bit here has snapped. So that's no use whatsoever. But I'm thinking I can still use the plug bit and I can still use this bit. It doesn't fit on perfectly. Where were I going to plug it onto? So that goes in there like that, and then it's this bit that it's a bit loose. But if I put like a washer around inside bit, push it in, and then put some tape around outside, that should be okay. Then it'll seal it, and then that'll still work just without that filter area. But I can't get this through the centre of the plug, because the plug that we've got in there, with it being an old pig washing sink, I think that we
Something
bought.
like that, yeah. Old farmer's sink.
It's got like a cross thing in the middle, inside there, of metal. So we need to come up with a way of being able to get that out, and I'm not even going to be able to get the angle grinder in there because it's only such a small hole.
What about a magnet?
No, it's like it's welded in, like the cross bits of metal. Have a look, see what you think.
What about if we get Daisy to bark at it for endless hours? Anybody would leave then. Yeah, you can see.
Can you see what I mean? It's got like cross bits in middle. See if you can. You see that cross bit in middle there? So that needs to come out, but that's made of metal.
It's a problem, isn't it?
What about like a hammer and something? All else fails, whack it with a hammer. What about that? Fits perfectly, that down middle. I don't even have to take the old one off. I can just put this down the middle. It's got bits of blue on it still. I can't get it off. Oh, it hurt my shoulder. So I need to, somehow or other, I need to get that thing off. It was on that bit like that. Yeah, that does, doesn't it? That goes there, and then that one goes on top, because then you've got a rubber washer at both sides, haven't you? So that's your task. You need to figure out a way of getting the middle out of that. There's a screwdriver, and that's about it. I don't even think I've got a hammer in here anymore. So you're going to have to come up with some kind of way of getting the middle off of that.
It's like, yeah, because it's like part of it, isn't it?
Being welded in, I think.
We've got a bit of a problem. That tap's not coming on. We're not quite sure why.
Put the right fuses in, checked the connectors. I don't like them plastic connectors. You can't see where the wire's going in, and if it's going in too far and then it's clamping down the plastic, I don't think that'd work. So I've made the wire a bit longer, put it back in again, giving it another go. I need to just go and try and switch it on again and see if it's working. Do you want to go give it a go? I just need to hear the pump going.
No, I'm pressing the button, it's not doing out. Can you hear me?
Yeah, it should just press on and press off. You don't like press it loads of times, you just press it on and it should click.
No, it's not doing out, love.
Kept the wire the same length. I haven't altered that. I've kept that the same length because I didn't want to disconnect anything just in case. So I'm just not sure what is going on. The only other thing I can think, if you tell me all this.
So we've just phoned the guy that basically bought the tap off. So he kind of made it for us, ready to kind of fit. So we've just phoned him on video call to see if he can advise us on kind of what's going wrong. The joys of van life. We'll take you for walkies. Come on in. Good girl. Yeah. We're playing. Mummy says you want to go in any puddles, Daisy. Ah, we're all tangled. Come on in, go this way. Good girl. So that's really annoying. So basically, we've paid for this tap to be made. You want to go in there? We've paid for this tap to be made. And so it was meant to be a case of, like, I don't know anything about van electrics. Emma enjoys this kind of stuff, so she knows a lot about it. I don't, so I'm just a tool passer. But yeah, she was meant to be able to just plumb it in, basically. And it's simply not working. So she thinks that she's got everything connected properly, like she's used to doing this kind of stuff. She's done van builds for years. It shouldn't even taken this long. It's taken like 2 or 3 hours to do this now. Gonna get out of her way for a little bit, out of Daisy, go for a little wander up here. Been in this car park now a couple of nights, so we'll probably move on tonight, about 2 or 3 hours before it starts to get dark. The sun's not great, so it kind of gets dusky, doesn't it? Anyway, we'll probably find another park up tonight, or we might have another night in here, because it's one of our regular spots, so we know it quite well. We'll see. Where are we going now? Where do you want to go? Over here? Come on in. You want to go that way? You're going to get muddy if you go in there, then your mum will shout at me. You're just finding all the muddy spots today, Daisy. We'll go down here. Come on in, go down this way. Good girl, come on in. It's a beautiful evening. Come on in. There's a pheasant there in that field. See it, Daisy? Come on, are we this way. You want to go back now? You want to go back to the van? Do you want to go to the van? Yeah. Come on then. Was that good, Daisy? Was that good? We're meant to be having hot running water as well for the new people. That'd be nice for us as well, though, won't it? It's always seller.
So this is a switch. You saw that?
Yeah.
So you can see it's got 2 points on it.
Yeah.
What this third point is for, you'd run a negative to this.
Right. So after a bit of a masterclass on telephone, I understand how the switch works, because this is just one of them things where, you know, some people don't get electrics at all, but I really try and get my head around things. If I'm trying to do something, if we've got to do anything with the van, I want to know how it works. I want to know how to do it, which is why I wired the whole van and did all of that myself, because I want to know where something's going to go wrong. I want to know that I can fix it. And everything I've been able to get my head around perfectly fine, even with like the switches for the lights and things like that. But for some reason, and I don't know why, but wiring something through a separate switch for the water has just absolutely baffled my brain, and I have not been able to get my head around it. It was just like every time I looked at it, it just threw me completely and overwhelmed me, and I just couldn't face it, which is why I ordered this tap, because it came completely wired and all I had to do was connect the positive and the negative. However, when I've connected the positive and the negative, I had nothing working. So after going through and checking loads of different things, like disconnecting things, connecting them back up again, trying to figure out what's going wrong, we can get the connection and we can get the tap to come on, but it's on permanent. The switch isn't working. There are 2 positive wires that go into the switch, basically. One that goes in, one that comes out. And all the switch is doing is connecting those 2 positive wires together. I know that sounds so simple, but it's taken me ages just to get my head around that. Pump is working and the tap's working, but the switch on the side of it isn't working. And I need to take that apart and figure out why that's not working, which is a bit much for me. So we're going to have to look at that later on in the week when I can get up to Reese's friends and be able to have a bit of a kind of hands-on masterclass. So we're going to have to wait until next week to be able to get the water working, basically, to get the switch working. But it's in place and we know that it is going to work, so that's absolutely fine. So the next things that's going to have to be done now is to try and figure out how we're going to get this waste connected, get that done, and then I've got another couple of jobs to do. We need to fasten the shower up in the back so that that's ready to go, and that's really quite simple. That's just some kind of brackets that need putting on there, and then I've got another couple of brackets that I need to fix on in order to make like a foot lift so that I can actually put my feet up, because Reese always nicks the best seat in the van. And other than that, I think we're just about done then. I think the thing to do now tonight is, I'm stressed out with it. I think I just need to get some tea, relax, chill out, and then face the next jobs tomorrow.